Hello guys and welcome back to Season 2 of the Deloitte Women's Premier League magazine show. Yes, the league is finally back, guys. And with the new start of the league, of course, we have the magazine show. And today I'm joined, by two guests and I'm very excited to introduce them. But before that, I want to remind you guys that you can catch all the live streams of the WPL games this season on SG Women's Football, and also do follow, this Facebook page show so you can catch all the highlights and the photos from all the games this season, guys. So once again, thank you for your support over the season. This season is going to be much better, isn't it, guys?
Yes. Of course.
Okay, and with me I have two lovely ladies, from Lion City Sailors, of course, Dorcus Chu. She's been here before, so we are very happy to have her back again to find out more about her updates, And also joining us for the first time on the show, we have Nurul Unaisah, yay, from Albirex. Hi guys, how are you all doing? How are you, Unaisah?
I'm good, feeling good.
I'm good too.
Okay, and I'm very excited to find out more about, your plans this season. So Dorcas, I'll start with you first.
Yes.
Can you share with me more about your recovery? I know you suffered an ACL, am I right?
Yeah.
So how is that going for you so far, the recovery?
So far so good. Now I've hit my 4th month of post-operation. Had my operation on 1st November. Yeah, so every first of the month is my monthsary with my knee. Yeah. So far it's so good. I'm still waiting to go for my biodex with Najwa from her team.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, we are in it together, and so far it's going quite well. Very thankful for all the support given to me, all the encouragement, the prayers that's made for me.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm really very grateful, and I'm very excited to come back. Yeah, that's
speaking of coming back, when can we expect? What's your ETA? I was gonna say.
ETA 7 p.m. tonight. Okay, so ETA I would say hopefully earliest I would say July. But then maybe all the way until August, September. But we'll see my progress. But yeah, the hope is I'll be back by around July, August there. Yeah.
Fantastic. I'm sure all the LCS fans will be excited to see your return.
Yes.
And speaking of returns, I think for Unaisah, it's your second season in WPL, right? And we've been watching you last season with Albirex, but can you talk me through how you're feeling about the upcoming season?
Quite exciting because knowing that there's a few new teams coming into the league, and then it's going to be tough for us as a team because it's like Tampines Rovers, we have Police, and then knowing that all the teams come together and then we get to connect with one another, knowing that we share the same passion for football. So I feel like new teams coming in, we can make more friends, I guess.
Yeah, and guys, in case you all didn't know, both of them are actually schoolmates. So I think, what school is it, guys? What school? Shout out to TP. You all better be sharing and watching this video because I think that's so cool. I think both of you are from different. You guys are learning different things, right?
Yes.
So I think she's got a very interesting background, guys. Can you talk us through what you're studying at the moment?
I'm studying Mechatronics Engineering, going to be my 3rd year this coming April. Yes.
Wow, that is so cool. Watch out, we are going to get a new AI expert in football.
Let's go.
Engineer, yeah. What about you?
I'm studying social science in gerontology. So gerontology is the studies of older adults. So it's kind of like social work, but for the seniors.
So the guys hang out and watch, I don't know, eat lunch or something together.
I don't go to school.
Honestly, I think most of the time you're not in school, right?
Yeah, and because they have the what is it called? The TP soccer. What's it called?
Polite and IVP. And then she was supposed to play for us, but then I think
unfortunately,
But have you played for the TP soccer team before?
Nope. Maybe I've been to couple of trainings. I can count with my one hand.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think a few trainings.
Okay, Dorcas. LCS won the league last season. I'm going to ask you, this season, of course, as she mentioned, it's going to be new teams.
Yeah.
Geylang, Tampines, Police, and I have to admit, they're looking quite strong as well on paper.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts? Do you think the season is going to be harder for you guys?
I think definitely. I think it'll be very intense, but I think at the same time it's very exciting. Yeah, there's more teams to play, more rounds, more time for players to really show what they are capable of. Yeah, I think no one wants to play 1 game or 2 games, but it's better to play a lot of games. Yeah, the league is around from March all the way until November, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that shows how much even women's football is progressing in Singapore. Yeah, and I think that as my team, I don't think we can be complacent if we want to win again. We are definitely back to win the title, back to to come back as champions again. But I think with the teams, the newer teams, I think it'll be more challenging. But I think we can do it. Yeah.
So which teams do you think that might pose a bit of a problem?
Tampines Rovers. for the new ones, it's Tampines Rovers and their team.
For me, I would say Tampines Rovers and Police. Yeah, I think I played with some of the Police, the players, from Police before, way back in Warriors when I was younger.
Wow.
And I really look up to them. I look up to their passion. I look up to their spirit when they play. Yeah, and I think they are going to bring it in this tournament. And since they are from WNL, I think they got something to prove. And I think they're going to come very, very hard. Yeah. So I think it's very exciting.
And speaking of Tampines, actually, they've had 2 guests who have been on this show before and also very strong. Your national teammates, Steph is in it.
Yeah.
Stephanie Dominguez and also Farhana Ruhaizat. So I have to say Tampines have really gone out there in the transfer market. They're out there to prove a point. So I'm looking forward as well to seeing how they're going to do.
Yeah.
Unaisah, for yourself, you're one of the younger players in the team. So I want to ask you, I mean, you've played with, like you mentioned, Kitahara just now.
Correct.
A lot of older, experienced players. How has the experience been? What do you enjoy about it?
It's a very valuable experience for me because I think with most of my teammates, they are older and experienced players and they've been playing like football for a very long time, way before I was born. So getting to play with them, they've been very helpful towards me and then giving me advices and motivation to do better every single day. So to them, they are very good. I find them, they are very nice people.
Do you learn any Japanese words?
No. Because mostly when I talk to Kana Kitahara,
Yes.
it's more of like, talking like, small kid, like, eat it. Like that.
Oh,
So
like
I guess
that.
she like, eat.
So cute.
Yeah, that kind of
She's
thing.
very,
But she's
She
very,
can speak English.
she can, but a bit only. Yeah.
Then you got teacher or not?
Got.
Must teach her.
Malay word.
Oh, you teach her what? Oh, I want to know what Malay words.
Diam lah.
Be quiet. Okay, at least it's not a bad word, okay, guys.
At least.
Okay, Dorcas, I wanted to ask you also about LCS because you guys are known for having majority of the women's national players.
Yeah.
So, is it difficult, to get a first team spot every single game? I mean, during your time there when you're playing, of course.
I would say so. I would say that the fight is up there, it's all the way up there because it's a team where is number one and everybody wants to be number one.
Yes.
But I think it's a healthy kind of a competition in our team where it makes us all better players to really compete for the spot. I think with the number of national team players, maybe some might be afraid, national team player, I confirm won't get selected.
Yeah.
But I don't think Coach Xiao Shen, right, I don't think she looks at your talents. She looks at how committed you are. And if you are willing to commit to your improvement, definitely you'll improve. And then definitely you'll get a spot. Yeah, and I think that's something, one of her strengths. She doesn't look at your talents. She look at how committed you are and how passionate you are. Yeah, it's about your hard work. Yeah, how hard you are willing to work for your sport. And I think if you're hardworking enough and you really want it, go and get it.
Yeah, that's very interesting. So hard work beats talent in this sense, right?
Indeed.
Okay, and you guys also have some of the best facilities, so you better catch Dorcas there in the gym very soon, guys. Okay, I want to ask you all, since we are in the second season of this show, and I mean, with Deloitte coming in as sponsor last season, we've seen some changes, I would say, in terms of the prize money. But for yourself, Unaisah, what do you want to see this season? Like, what's on your wish list for women's football on the Deloitte Women's Premier League?
Definitely scoreboards. I mean, when people come to watch our games, they don't know what's the score. They have to ask, what's the score now? Then if they don't keep track of the score, then they don't know what's the score. So I guess scoreboards is one of the wish lists.
Okay, scoreboards for Unaisah. What about yourself, Dorcas? What would you like to see?
I would like to see every team fighting, with passion. Yeah, I think sometimes playing for LCS, sometimes teams when they come against us, they're a bit afraid, then they don't want to, then they're scared, then they just stay where they are. They for example, I would say some teams they're actually very good, but when they face us, it's they don't want to do anything.
Yes,
yeah, but I would say I would say if you play against us, just give your best. Yeah, and when you give your best, then I think that's where both teams will enjoy playing football together. Both teams will improve together as one. Yeah, but I understand that every coach has different techniques, different tactics when they come against teams I would say LCS because LCS our styles is a bit different. We play through the gaps and whatnot. Yeah. And I think like Tanjong Pagar, wow, they defended us like mad.
Yes.
We couldn't even get through it. Yeah,
Get through
but
the
I would
gaps,
say it's very frustrating. But I guess that's a good tactic that the coach did have, because we didn't even score. That was the first time we drew.
I remember
in
that game
WPL.
actually.
Yeah,
Wow.
I was so frustrated. Yeah, but I think something that I would really like to see is every team coming, just being able to enjoy
Fighting,
football together.
correct.
Yeah, through playing.
Speaking of enjoy football, Unaisah, I want to know a little bit about how you got started in football, because I know you had some stories, right?
Yeah. I started back in primary school, but not so young lah, because like I just casually play with friends under the void deck with my siblings, and then I grew my passion for football grew, so I decided to join Nurul Soccer Academy for a year or two. Yeah, and then a friend of mine was like, "Hey, you want to try Home United football team?" Now I go for the trial, and then I played for Home United from 2016 to 2018. And then I stopped playing football, and then when I joined Temasek Poly, and then I picked up football again. Yeah, and then last 2 years, 2021, I joined Albirex Niigata. Yeah.
Wow, that's a very interesting story. Dorcus, I know your story.
Yeah.
But maybe you can, when did you get started? Which age were you when you started playing?
I started playing in primary school when I was primary 3, 9 years old.
9 years old.
Yep.
And then you rose through the ranks, of course, we all know that. And I want to ask you, for yourself, Unaisah, maybe we talked about Kita Hara just now, but is there any women's player you look up to internationally, and why?
Alex Morgan. I feel like she's really good. She's she's a very versatile player. She can play anywhere she wants. And then I feel like she's a mother, and then she can play soccer, and at that, she just gave birth and all, and she still can play soccer, and that's good. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite women's player?
I would say Midema. In
Vivian,
Arsenal,
yes.
in number 11.
Yes.
I love her style of playing. She's so aggressive, and not just for fun,
Correct.
I agree with you, that kind of aggressive, but she really wants the ball, and that shows how hungry she is to win. And I want to have the same kind of passion, but unfortunately she also tore ACL last year. Can't watch her in the World Cup. But unfortunately.
That's the thing though, there have been a lot of ACL injuries in women's football. And there was a study actually that women are more susceptible to ACL injuries, which actually is another episode on itself, guys. So I can't cover it all this episode. But okay, now we want to give a bit of a homage to all the coaches out there, who have helped you guys, So I want to ask you all, what's the best advice you've ever received from a coach, and which coach was this?
Honestly, it's from my TP coach, Temasek Poly coach. He's a very nice guy, so chill, and then I think he has a very high expectation for me to bring the team up to finals against RP, and then he did tell me even though if we lose or we win, we just keep on fighting, and just work hard for the ball and chase after the ball. Yeah.
Keep fighting and work hard.
Yeah.
Important tips. Dorcas, for yourself, any
I think mine is quite cliche. Mine is believe in yourself. Because I was in a very dark season in my life in 2019. We went overseas for the AFF competition for the women's team. We were in Thailand, and I remember that statement was from Coach Mel, which was the national team head coach back then. So I was the first level for this game, Timor-Leste, and we were supposed to we thought we could win, right? But then because it was Timor-Leste and our FIFA ranking was higher than them, so we expected to win. But before even playing that game, I was already defeated, because back then I didn't have a lot of confidence in myself.
I see.
So I thought I'm going to fail already, so myself just I thought that I would make a lot of mistakes through that game. So then because I was defeated here in the field, I was defeated as well. So she shut me off in the 66 minutes mark. Yeah, and then the whole time, right, I when I shake her hand, you know how you need to shake everyone's hand before you come out, right? I shake her hand, I felt like she looked at me, and but she didn't say anything, but I felt like she was saying, I'm so disappointed, you shouldn't have brought you here. Yeah, because I was the youngest one. I was one of the youngest one there.
Yes.
Yeah, then I thought about that for so long. Then I was a bit emo after that. Then during lunchtime, after lunch I went to talk to her. I wanted to because I cannot hold it in anymore. So I went to talk to her, and she actually told me and reassured me that she still believed in me, and she never ever regretted bringing me to the trip. And I felt that from that moment on, I started to realize that why am I always defeated in my mind, when I can just believe in myself and be confident in the way that I play. Because back then, every time I play football, it's like there's no joy. Yeah, because I'm always so fixed. I was always so focused on the mistakes that I made that I forget about the purpose of playing football.
Of course.
Yeah. So ever since that moment, I think my life really started to change, and the next time we played international games was in 2021, Tajikistan.
Yeah.
That was even though we lost both games, I felt like I won the battle in my mind.
Wow.
Yeah, so
very
then that
cool.
was how I started to learn how to enjoy football.
Wow, that's very inspiring,
Yep.
Dorcas. And shout out to Coach Mel and all the coaches who
Yes.
have, made our girls who they are today. Because I think they are heroes in their own way, actually,
Yeah.
and very undervalued, I have to say. Okay, guys. Before we go, I just want to say as well that you guys can stay tuned to the SG Women's Football page for all the live streams. Very excited about the upcoming Women's Premier League. So make sure that you support our girls. Come to the stadiums, leave your comments and follow them. Get behind them because you really need the support, guys. Okay, and before I go, I just want to say, can we get a message, from you to all the fans out there who may be interested, in watching football or even playing football?
Okay, to all the fans, I'll take this moment to thank you all for all the support from the past season and then this upcoming season as well. I mean, without you guys, we won't be here. And continue to support women's football in Singapore and 加油! Women's football, 加油!
Dorcas, for yourself?
I would like to thank also all the supporters that have supported me and the team from all the way from the start and to all the way now. Yeah, and I think, like what Unaisah said, we wouldn't be here without you. And I think something that I would like to say to all the people out there playing, I'll just say enjoy football, man. Yeah, I think for me, I because of my injury, I think I really cherish football even more now. And when I come back, I'll really cherish every single moment I get to play football because you never know when it will be taken away from you. So yeah, please go out there and enjoy. Don't forget why you're doing what you're doing because you're out there to enjoy, not to meet people's expectations, but to enjoy. Yeah, that's for me.
Wow, fantastic and very inspiring stuff today for our first ever preview episode of the upcoming WPL season. Once again, thank you to both Dorcas and Unaisah for joining me. And I wish you guys the best for the season. I'm going to be out there cheering for you all. And of course, for more, don't forget to, of course, follow SG Women's Football, as I mentioned. Follow the SG Women's, the Deloitte Women's Premier League Facebook page. And of course, for more on women's football, you can also follow me on Football Dita, guys. I'm Yash Hashim. Thank you very much to our guest today, and I'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.